Hey folks, Jackdaw here. Very recently, BioWare confirmed that we are going to see the next Dragon Age game in the form of blogs and social content, which means that Dragon Age 4's marketing phases are on the horizon. Regardless of EA Play 2022's recent cancellation, we are going to be seeing more of the next Dragon Age this year. And so given that we are in the midst of Dragon Age 4's marketing phases, I figured that I would look back at BioWare's previous marketing strategies and look at how exactly they sold their previous games. Looking at what exactly was the key information that was used to promote these games pre-launch, what were the blog posts about, what were the main selling points of the game, what about the early trailers, and so on. The entire reason I'm doing this is so we can understand BioWare's marketing strategies and what they do in-house, and also speculate if they'll do any of that for Dragon Age 4's marketing. By doing this, we may have somewhat of a good understanding on what content we may see for Dragon Age 4, what these blogs may entail, what trailers we can expect, and so on. All of that is going to be explored and more in this sporadic vloggy video of mine. With that said, let's dive into one of my favourite games of all time, Dragon Age Inquisition's marketing strategies, and I have a pretty good idea of this one because I was actually a witness to it back in 2013-2014. So let's get this show on the road. So Dragon Age Inquisition's marketing phases all started with, of course, a reveal trailer at E3. Of course, EA do EA Play now, but this was back in the day when they did press conferences alongside Sony, Microsoft, Ubisoft, you name it. I wish they would go back to those instead of EA Play personally, but it doesn't matter because EA Play 22 has been cancelled. But yeah, this was their first ever trailer that revealed for Dragon Age Inquisition. I think I would have been about 15 at the time. It released on June 10th, 2013. Now, prior to this trailer's reveal, we all called the next Dragon Age game, of course, Dragon Age 3. Just like we're all doing now with Dragon Age 4. We don't have the title, so we're just going with a number. However, this first ever Dragon Age 3 trailer revealed the next game's title. So we can assume that BioWare already had a really good idea on the Inquisition, the new hero being the Inquisitor, the companions, the journey, the story, all of that stuff. However, another good reason for that is this trailer was revealed a month and a half before launch, so of course the bulk of the game, I assume, will have been already created. So of course they already knew the title and all of that good stuff. Whereas with Dragon Age 4, the first ever trailer we've had on that was in 2018, where the game was barely in production. In fact, I think it was barely even in pre-production, so they didn't really know much about the game. However, they just wanted to get out a trailer and give us some themes and ideas of what it could be about. But anyway, we'll talk more about that later, but this trailer confirmed straight off the bat that Varric would be in the game. If we get a nice shot of my boy. Where is he? Where is he? There he is. I remember, stupid thought, but when I first ever saw this trailer, I was like, is Varric holding a gun? Like, what the heck is that? Obviously, it's a crossbow. I mean, this was me when I was 15. I'm stupid. I was stupid. I'm still a bit stupid now. But we've got Varric here in beautiful Frostbite engine graphics. This was in Crestwood, I think, but just confirming that he's in it, and he's obviously going to be a very sad boy. Then we had, I think this is Crestwood again. I mean, we don't even assume not. Yeah, it's Crestwood, Farrenfall, Redoubt, whatever. We had Iron Bull. I think he was confirmed straight away. And then they confirmed, which we already knew anyway, Demons coming from the sky, obviously a lot more dramatic, and Cassandra. So we had 3 confirmed characters by this trailer, along with a bunch of crazy other stuff going on. Demons, dragons, the world's tearing apart, the Fades coming apart, you know, all of this cool stuff. And of course, Lady Morrigan coming back as well. Iconic. This trailer is bloody iconic. I'm sorry the audio isn't on, but it's just so you can hear me. And then we have our hero rising from the dust. Beautiful, beautiful trailer. And that's not all. That's not all. I almost thought it was. Again, title for the game alongside with a release window. And they stuck to this release window. The game was delayed by about a month. I think it was prior delayed internally by a year. But they did stick with this fall release window because it did come out in November. I think it was originally coming out in October. It came out a month later in November. So they did stick to this fall update, and they want you then to go to their blog. If we do go onto their blog, it's already been replaced with the new Dragon Age stuff, of course, because it's the same landing page. Excuse me? Not found? So maybe they didn't use the same landing page. But essentially, they were incentivizing you to go look at their website, which at the time would have been something similar to this, I assume. So it's been updated since then with, you know, EA Play, new trailers. But it would have been a good landing page for the game, what we can expect, like what we've got with the current Dragon Age 4 one. You know, similar stuff. You watch the trailer, you go to this page, and you read a little bit about the next Dragon Age. So it's a very similar style to what they're doing already. You can see the latest trailers, you can see screenshots. Obviously, this one's got way more stuff to it, with very good SEO keyword research content there. Nice images, and then giving you DLC stuff and a newsletter. And Dragon Age 4 is exactly following this already. But let's continue. We had more trailers following Dragon Age Inquisition, and I'm not going to go through all of them. I would love to go through them all. Maybe I'll do that on a stream one time, just for hindsight's sake, because if you were there in the moment, and it's fine if you weren't, but getting these trailers, like, you can see how many trailers we got. My goodness, it was fantastic. It was a great time to be a fan of this next Dragon Age game back in the day. And I don't know if BioWare will do this many trailers for Dragon Age 4. I hope so, but I know at the time content creators did say that they gave us too much, which, I mean, that's fine with me. I don't mind too much, but they did reveal a lot about this game that maybe some of it could have been kept back a little bit. I don't know. I wasn't a content creator at the time. Obviously, you do want the subtlety. You want the reveals to be hidden. You want Solas and all that stuff in Corypheus. You know, Corypheus was a massive secret before Inquisition came out. It was a huge, who is the Elder One? What is this big antagonistic threat we're against? Is it a Fey demon? What's going on? And yeah, you do want it to be kept secret, so I understand that, to be fair. But we had cinematic trailers. We had, you know, Flycam trailers, we had dev diaries, and then we had the gameplay trailer, which I remember this trailer to a T. So many fantastic trailers were released throughout Inquisition's release window and to its launch. And I think the biggest reason for that is these all were released within a year of release, a year and a half. You know, this is the start of their marketing campaign, 2013 all the way to their release. Where's the release trailer? Right there. So that's a lot of good content. Now, we can't compare all of this to Dragon Age 4 just yet. I mean, if we do, we've got these two trailers and the game is still, we assume, 2 years away. It would need to be, I would say, late 2022, early 2023, where we'd be at this very point. But we're not there just yet. Again, assuming that Dragon Age 4 is coming out late 2023, early 2024, or just 2024 as a whole. I think I might go with just 2024 as a whole. Yeah, we're not at this point just yet. But what we can compare is the blogs, because as we know, we're going to be getting social content and blogs. And so for Dragon Age Inquisition, of course, we have plenty of blogs that we can go through for that game, and they all have nice release dates too, which just helps me even more. So the first content that we got for Dragon Age Inquisition were character profiles. I mean, oh my goodness, already, if we got those Dragon Age 4, that would be fantastic. If we look at this Blackwall profile right here, it's not just like a blog post, it's actually an interview with one of the writers of Blackwall, which is even better in my opinion. I'm not going to read it all, but we'll just do the first paragraph. So, what is Blackwall's life like before he meets the Inquisition? Cheryl Tree said, "The Blight is 10 years past," already right there giving us insight on when Dragon Age Inquisition was actually set, because as we know, it was set 10 years after Origins. "The Blight is 10 years past, the Grey Warden's prominence is decreasing again. The Wardens are known for their vigil, they want to keep watch for the Darkspawn, for the Blight, but Blackwall isn't interested in just watching. He is absolutely invested in the idea of a Grey Warden of legend, those who place themselves between the people of Thedas and the oncoming Blight, acting as their shield." Yeah, we all know that's not true though, do we? I'm joking. But no, this is fantastic. Screenshots too, fantastic. Now let's breeze through a few of these. Actually, I think these are everybody. Is this everybody? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I don't think they were all dropped on the 18th of August, 2014. I don't know. I feel like they were dropped individually. Either way though, this is good content. This is good stuff that we can expect to see with Dragon Age 4. What's nice is they've actually delegated the news in single player and multiplayer news, because they did a lot of these multiplayer event weekly updates where you'll be getting certain loot and certain chests, I think, depending on when you'd play. If we're going to single player news, because that's what we're all interested in, right? We've got lore chunks here from May 15th. So this was hyping, what, 6 months up to the game? May is, yeah, about 6 months up to the game. They were entering this literally every couple of days, hyping up this game, getting it ready, introducing you to the website, introducing you to lore if you want to get interested in where's Farenfold Redoubt, what's the Fade, where's Orlais, what's going on with Orlais, what's the Civil War you're talking about. Honestly, hope they do this stuff again. Obviously, as hardcore fans, we're going to read this and be excited and know all stuff anyway. We already know the Magisterium and Twinter. But for those who aren't as accustomed as we are, this is a great campaign to get everybody invested. What's Tevinter? What's Navarra? Who are the Mortalitasi? Who's Solas? What's the Dreadwolf? Who are the Elven Gods? Maybe deep stuff like that. Probably more stuff like locations and factions, which, I mean, hell, I'm absolutely all here for. So we had BioWare at San Diego Comic-Con, where they had panels there, which is obviously a news update. Then they talked another update here. I assume this was a delay. Now they've got stuff here like actual features. Writing villains, we've got a Q&A here, and then we've got the multiplayer mode announced. We've got the map packs, we've got an interview about Skyhold, its introduction, its war table, judgments. Then we've got a preview at a mage abilities, a preview at weapon and shield warrior. We've got live streaming on Twitch, which has been gameplay. Then we've got crafting customization Q&As, building the Dragon Age Keep, which of course was a huge thing prior to Inquisition. Everybody was like, how are we going to load our saves into this game? With the console generation leap at the time, people were playing on 360s and they were wondering, how can I get my save onto Xbox One? And BioWare went, yo, use the Keep. And then we have Origins on the house. Oh yeah, I remember that. I actually got it for free as well. PC system requirements, news updates, social media kits and wallpapers. Please do this again, BioWare. Please, 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 please. Keep again. Interview about audio. Dragon Age Inquisition being on EA Access, which I wonder if they're going to do anything similar to Dragon Age 4. Again, another conversation for another time. And this will have been hyping up to its release because it was coming out, what, November 19th, 22nd, something like that. So this would have been when people have played the game on EA Access, which was what, like 2 weeks before, a week before. And then counting down the days, reviews being in, tips and tricks, game is here, yo, get playing it right now. And then we have all the post-launch stuff. So we did get a good chunk of interesting, exciting blogs. And they were long before Inquisition came out. Looking over this Inquisition site quite quickly, again, the characters here, I think they're the exact same blogs from before. Just confirming characters who are going to be in this game. I think maybe a few of the content creators at the time were right about them showing too much because this literally shows you every single character joining the Inquisition. There are no surprises here, really, are they? Other than obviously him being the Dread Wolf, Corypheus being the main threat, it's still nice to have a few kept secret, I would say. You don't want to know everybody, but I mean, that's what they were going for with this campaign, with the Inquisition, I assume. I think it's really good to show returning characters and stuff like this because that at least gets everybody acquainted into this game. You know, this is who you're going to meet. Do you remember this character from Origins or Dragon Age 2 or from Inquisition? But the new characters, I mean, Cole was obviously introduced in Asunder, but like Josephine, Dorian, Vivienne, Sarah, Blackwall, Solas, they could have been kept a little bit more hidden, I think. You know, we've seen Iron Bull, Varric, and Cassandra in the first trailer. That's cool to reveal them, but I think, you know, with characters like this, it's cool to keep them a bit more hidden until you finally meet them in the game. But that's just what they were doing with their marketing at the time. I assume it's because BioWare sell their games on their characters, and they want to sell you as many of them as possible. All in all, Dragon Age Inquisition had a super fun, exciting marketing strategy. Like, how can you beat this? This is so much content, you know, plenty of stuff to talk about here, plenty of hype going on, plenty of things going on that actually painted the game pretty well, you know, being the Inquisitor, going into these new lands. None of it really like hype bait or clickbait, it was all pretty true. And so yeah, I absolutely rate it. Here's hoping that they fall similar to this. But we've still got other games to look at. Now, I really wanted to look at Mass Effect Andromeda because I was there for that marketing campaign. I remember creating videos at the time. But unfortunately, BioWare seemingly have taken over their website with the Legendary Edition. I can't find it. But what we'll do is I'll just show you the YouTube channel that they've got and probably just quickly talk about this one because I did spend probably a bit too much time on Inquisition there. But with Andromeda, obviously we got this dev diary back in the day being like, yep, we're working on Anthem, working on a new Mass Effect game. It's still early right now. Here's a bit of concept art. We don't know what it's going to be about. Now, while that is a trailer, it's not like an official, actual, you know, game trailer. So I think we can kind of not count this one and count this one as the first proper trailer where they did reveal the title with this one. And this one was actually very ominous at the time. There wasn't much known about, obviously, Andromeda. They kept it very, very mysterious. We had different lands that we may explore. We had this kind of touching the map, kind of swiping as you go along feature, choosing different planets, which apparently was an original idea they wanted to do, but they didn't get to do. And then we had this N7 figure here, which of course is our daddy. And then we had a ship. I think there were some dog tags here that hinted towards Ryder. Armoring tools back. Discover a new galaxy, course, keyword right there. New vehicle, new Mako. I think it was called a Nomad, wasn't it? Yeah. Again, jump packs, fantastic. And then I think we see some aliens and characters here as well. But really exciting trailer. I remember buzzing over this at the time. Remnant tech right there. Cora and a Krogan, but obviously I don't know if that is actually Cora. It could have been a prototype, whatever. Omri tool, melee attack, fantastic. And then of course, Andromeda, really cool title. Did they give us a release window? Yes, they did. Holiday 2016. So again, similar to Inquisition, BioWare had a really good idea of when to market this game, and that would have been a year and a half before. So I just checked there, and Mass Effect Andromeda was delayed to March 2017. Of course, we know a lot about the hectic development of that game, but I think the game was barely in development when this trailer came out, and then the bulk of the game will have been created from this point. So this really probably was more of like a, this is a vision of a game that we'd like to create, but it's nowhere near that. Hopefully it could potentially become that or be like that, but yeah, they will have not had much of a clue about the game at this time. Again, we've got an incentivized link here to go and check out their website, which does go to the Legendary Edition. So unfortunately, we can't really curate all of the Andromeda content. But we'll look at the YouTube videos again, because I remember Andromeda had some really exciting and interesting campaigns at the time. We had the Andromeda Initiative, which was it about 6 videos? Let's have a look. I think it was about 6 videos, building the new player up, building the experiences, going through the lore, and it was super fun, very well documented videos. So strangely, I can't find all of them on the BioWare or the Mass Effect YouTube channel, but people have done them here. It was a great way to sync the new protagonist and the player together as one, being like, okay, you're a new hero, you're going out to Andromeda, here's what we can expect, here's the mission, here's what we're doing, and here's what's going on. Super fun videos, and it was beautifully well done. Kind of introduced a new storyline of Andromeda. What's going on? What's the lore? What's going on here, you know? Here's what to expect. It was fantastic. Another thing they did, which I found fascinating at the time, was an N7-day video saying goodbye to Shepard and kind of hello to Ryder. It was a beautiful send-off from, I think it was Jennifer Hale's Shepard at the time, but it was beautiful, saying goodbye and kind of handing the keys over to Ryder. All in all, while Mass Effect Andromeda has many issues, it had a fantastic marketing campaign and strategies. From casting videos to lore and exploration videos to cinematic ones, with the Andromeda Initiative as well, we had a really good, strong marketing campaign for Andromeda. And speaking of which, now we get to Mass Effect Legendary Edition, probably the most realistic marketing campaign we can expect from BioWare to follow, because this is the most up-to-date community team that are helming the Dragon Age marketing ship. So because this was a remaster, I don't know how huge the marketing was for it, but it got revealed in 7-day 2020, and then we got another reveal trailer February 2nd, 2021. And I don't even need to speculate because we've got dates here. So as we can see here, it started November 2020, and it got properly invested. We had the first trailer there February 2nd, and then we had blog posts following that up until it launched. What was it, May 13th? So not much really, obviously a lot more post-launch stuff, but I mean it is a remaster, so not really much to market other than playing this fantastic trilogy again, and for those who haven't played it, and here's what's new, with the accessibility features and all that stuff. But yeah, what about 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5 trailers there. You got a community tribute here, you got the soundtrack, you just got the comparisons of the remaster, which is fantastic, the reveal trailer, and then an official launch trailer. But I think we can expect something similar to this, which has probably been similar all around to BioWare. These blog posts that are constantly updating us on the game, with lore, with improvements, with fixes, with things that are going on at BioWare, developer diaries. The next Dragon Age has the potential to have really exciting marketing if it follows its original roots, I would say. The main difference we have with Dragon Age is the release windows. And this is probably what BioWare are waiting on. They're probably like, folks, calm down, wait, we're working on the game right now, but we will reveal all when it's time. At the same time though, I would say that the BioWare probably teased us a bit too early with the next Dragon Age game. Not a complaint at all, because we all wanted to know what was happening with our favourite franchise. Where is Dragon Age, you know? And so I completely understand why they have teased the next Dragon Age too early, in quotes, because it really wasn't. We all wanted to know what was going on, and I'm glad that they did release this one. But it just doesn't marry up with their previous marketing strategies, where they properly go in depth a year and a half, 2 years before the game comes out. But we can't really fault BioWare for that. It's gone from a single player game to a multiplayer live service game to now back to being a single player game. So yeah, there are several factors why Dragon Age 4's marketing strategy hasn't been like the previous ones. But we're now at a state where we're hopefully going to be getting more of this, these blogs, updates, seeing what's going on and getting that inside look at the next Dragon Age game. We don't know much about trailers. Obviously BioWare have only said social content and blogs. A lot of their blogs have been accustomed with a video, but not all of them. So I'm only going to assume the bare minimum, which would be locations, characters, little lore tidbits, new factions, you know, getting everybody caught up to speed, maybe even some words on the plot, the next hero. BioWare did tease the next hero pretty early on with Dragon Age Inquisition's marketing. However, again, the marketing strategy for that game was released a year and a half before the game came out, they already had a huge idea on who they will be, what's going on. Maybe they're going to be at a stage where they have more of an idea of that when they do start these blogs, so we actually might get stuff like that. But at the current moment, we don't really know, but it's certainly something that we can expect to see, I think. So yeah, all in all, Dragon Age 4's marketing has the potential to be just as good, if not better, than the previous marketing cycles. We definitely got spoiled with Dragon Age Inquisition's marketing because they were just full on giving us so much juicy content, which honestly I think helped sell the game, helped sell its characters, and sell the journey that I feel was pretty apt to what the game actually ended up being. Andromeda had a fantastic marketing cycle, but the game didn't really follow through to its full potential, in my opinion. I felt like the marketing was very high budget with these CGI trailers, these documentaries, and these casting videos, and just selling this vision of what it would be like to be Ryder, what it would be like to be a Pathfinder, the journey we're going to go on, versus the actual experience. It didn't fully live up to the narrative that I believe the marketing was selling. And then with Mass Effect Legendary Edition, it was a pretty good marketing strategy and definitely lived up to what that game was supposed to be, you know, with the fixes they made, the accessibility changes, and all that good stuff. Now, Dragon Age 4's current marketing has been a lot of concept art and a lot of website updates with Dragon Age Days, short stories, and seeing the other factions. Nothing to rave on about because of course it's at the very start of this journey. But it's certainly painting a picture of beautiful landscapes, cities, you know, new factions, new characters, and evil gods who have Thedas on their sites. If that's the Elven gods or if that's Solas, we're going to have to find out for sure. But it's definitely painting an exciting narrative of what Dragon Age 4 could be. All in all though, it fills me with great joy that we're not going to have to wait too long until this marketing strategy starts, because apparently it's going to be happening this year. Whenever that is, I don't know if that's going to be June alongside E3 or Summer Game Fest or Gamescom, or if it's just going to be random to BioWare's own timing, or if they're just going to do it at the end of the year. It's anybody's guess. But what we do know, folks, is we're going to be hearing more about Dragon Age 4 this year. And that, for me, is exciting enough. So hopefully that answers a lot of questions about people asking me right now. Are we going to see Dragon Age 4 at EA Play? Are we going to see it at E3? Are we going to see it at Gamescom? I don't know. All I know is that we should stay tuned to the Dragon Age blog and have notifications turned on to their Twitters and Facebooks and all that good stuff, so that the moment that stuff drops, we'll be notified. But of course, the moment that we do have a new BioWare blog or BioWare have new social content going out on their socials, I will absolutely be on top of that. You are of course already in the right place for the second new content drops. And if I haven't got a video on it by the time it drops, I'll of course be retweeting and talking about it on socials. So make sure that you follow me on Twitter and check out my Instagram too for the moment exciting things drop from BioWare. But anyway, folks, this is where I will leave you. Thank you so much to all who have joined me for this really exciting journey, having a nice retrospective journey on BioWare's previous marketing strategies while looking towards the future and what they could do with Dragon Age 4. You know, with the blog posts that Inquisition revealed, to the exciting CGI videos that Andromeda had, to the more refreshing content that Mass Effect Legendary Edition released. But for all your things Dragon Age, BioWare, and hey, maybe Baldur's Gate 3. I've got a video in the works on my impressions of that game, and I think I might start covering that permanently on my channel, because that is just as exciting as Dragon Age in my opinion. So yeah, stay tuned for more info on that soon, but of course you're already in the right place for all of your content on the next Dragon Age game. Until the next one, I've been Jackdaw, and I should go. Whoa.